Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be continuing on with my daily challenge spread, which, as I'm sure you can tell, is not actually daily. Occasionally it's not even weekly, but that's okay. I actually started doing it because when I first started my K-pop journal, I wanted to post things more often and I needed ideas, so I came up with this daily challenge of like prompts to do. And at this point, I just want to finish it. I don't necessarily need it to be daily. So anyway, for this one, I had to choose a song that I never get sick of. And there were several songs that I thought of, some of which I've already done spreads for. So I decided to go with Euphoria. It is definitely one of my favorite BTS songs. It has a lot of meaning for me, and I love the music video, and I haven't done a spread for it yet, so I decided to do it. For the lettering in this one, I decided to do something different. I was looking back at some of my old spreads from before I started doing YouTube videos, and one of them was an anatomy of Taekook spread, and I did the anatomy of part in this kind of lettering style, and I really liked how it looked, and I liked that I had colored it in solid color. So I decided to do that for this one, to do something a little bit different. And I used the group photo of all of them to pick out the colors. I used the red that I think was on Taeyang's jacket, the yellow from Jungkook's jacket, and the teal from Namjoon's shirt or jacket. And I really like those colors together. It's very different. I feel like a lot of times I go for really like either pink and purple, or it's like black and dark purple, or black and red. So I kind of like these retro kind of colors together. You may have also noticed at the beginning that I sliced off half of the left page, and that's because I wanted to do a Dutch door spread for this one. This song has a lot of meaning for me, so I wanted to have lots of room to write, and that gives me more room to write and still be able to add lots of pictures. Also, I'm sorry this is a little bit out of frame. Sometimes it's hard to get my paper cutter within the frame, but as you can see, I'm leaving white around some of the sort of candid looking pictures, and that's because I want them to look like Polaroids, and I'm going to kind of scatter them at the top of the page to look like someone just kind of threw down a bunch of Polaroid pictures. So here's when I laid it all out, and I decided that the left side where I was putting screen caps from the video looked really plain with just the white behind it, and it didn't really give that Dutch door effect look to it. I mean, it still is a Dutch door, but you couldn't really tell that well because it was just plain white. So I colored a big strip of red to put on that side to kind of back those pictures. And Yes, I often will just color onto my marker paper to get big blocks of color like this instead of using construction paper, and part of that is because I want my spreads to match colors like exactly, and it's a lot easier to just create the block of color with the markers that I'm already using than try to find paper that perfectly matches it, especially because I don't have a lot of scrapbook or construction paper on hand at the moment. So that is the easiest way for me to do that. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I've started using a spray adhesive, and so on the one Polaroid picture, I got it a little bit too close and it made the paper kind of see-through. So I just covered that up with a little other strip of white paper. And then here I'm just outlining the Polaroid so that they pop out a little bit more. And I used my Crayola Super Tip, just a gray marker, to also give a drop shadow to the Polaroid pictures. So I wanted to add a little bit more to the Polaroids, so I used some marker pens and my Crayola Super Tips to add little captions to each of the Polaroids, like something that they might write on there, you know, if you were saving a Polaroid and you wanted to remember what it was or something like that. Also, as I always say, when in doubt, for space filler, add polka dots. So as I mentioned before, I wanted to leave a lot of space for writing on this spread because Euphoria is one of my favorite songs. It's really meaningful to me because I personally feel like BTS are my euphoria. My friends and I got interviewed for Burn the Stage in Chicago when we were at the concert, and it's such a blur, like I don't even remember what I said, but I do remember that that is something that I said, I think more than once, that I felt like BTS were my euphoria. It's also one of the first songs of theirs that I really like latched onto, and also Jungkook is one of my biases, so it's one of the songs that also makes me the most emotional at the concerts as well. I just feel like this is a song that years and years from now, when I'm like sitting in a nursing home or something, long past my stan days, I can hear this song and it will just take me back to all of the amazing memories that I have surrounding BTS, and it will just make me think of the 7 boys that taught me how to love myself, and it'll just put a smile on my face. So here's a look at the final spread. I'm really happy with it. I've done like a Polaroid look before and I always love it, but I think this is actually my favorite version of that. So if you liked this spread, follow me on Instagram at strawberryhui for more spreads like this. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it so that I can make more videos like this for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.